right? And so now they have got big orders and they are able to compete with the world's leading players and win all the bids, right? But that has taken full 10 years. We
Mhm,
started the
mhm.
company in 2011. We launched the product in 2021. But it takes that long, to develop
Right.
something unique. It's a world's first micro sensor based explosive detector. World's first. We have all the worldwide patents for all of that. And converting that IP into a product, which everybody is using now in the airports, took us full 10 years. So that's what happens in the deep tech space. My second company came in 2018, right?
Mhm,
2018, which was Nano with SoilSense, and SoilSense is a company which is now selling soil sensors for farmers in the country. They've also done very well. They have their manufacturing happening in Pune. One of my
mhm.
previous PhD students is now heading that company as the CEO. So that company is also doing very well. But there we were able to launch the product in about 5 years time, because we learned from NanoSniff. That experience definitely helped us when it came to soil sense. And both these are now deep tech startups. Both are doing very well, and they have been able to scale up their operations, earning enough revenues to sustain, to grow, to scale, and all of that. But these are all long journeys, and now I see that more and more people are doing that. Even in BITS Pilani, we have uh, we have launched a very attractive entrepreneurship policy for faculty members. And
Wow.
now,
Mhm,
since we announced that, there are 25 faculty startups now in BITS Pilani. Otherwise, the
mhm.
student startups BITS has always done very well. Alumni startups BITS has done very well. But now we are focusing more and more on the faculty startups, and also
Right.
PhD students becoming entrepreneurs. At IIT
Mhm,
Delhi, I started a program for faculty startups. We called it FIRE, Faculty Innovation and Research
mhm.
Driven Entrepreneurship. We used to provide funding for faculty, to start enterprises. The same thing we started doing in BITS, and now we are turning more and more PhD students into startup founders. We launched a new PhD program where at the end of 4 years or 5 years, your goal is to start a company, right? While
Mhm,
you would
mhm.
have published some papers, may have filed some patents, right? Patents you would definitely have filed a few patents and then a prototype, and then take it forward as a startup. So we are now trying to convert more and more PhD thesis into startup ideas, right? That's what we are doing, and that we are doing from day one. When a PhD student joins, what courses the student takes, what project the student works on, who are the mentors for the student, all of that from day one will happen in such a way that at the end of 4 years, can launch a company. That
Right.
we have about 25 students now working in that mode. It's called PhD Drive, DRIVE. We pay them 50% higher stipends as compared to regular PhD students
Wow.
in the country to attract talent. And so I would like to encourage more and more deep tech startups. India
Mhm.
needs more product startups, right? Now, if you look at US, all the trillion-dollar companies are in the US. The only trillion-dollar valued company outside US is the Saudi Arabia oil company. Other than that,
Right.
all trillion-dollar companies have come out of US. All of them are product companies. These are all they have thought about a new product, and then now they are whether you take Nvidia or Microsoft or Google, all of them, right? They have a new idea, they have an IP, using which they have actually built those companies, and they don't even do any manufacturing. Nvidia manufacturing happens in TSMC, and
Mhm.
Apple manufacturing happens in Foxconn in Taiwan, and all of that. But these product companies are the ones which have created a lot of wealth in the US. And in India, we need more and more product startups. And the products, when I say product, it need not be a physical product. It's a Microsoft Office is a product, right? I think so we need more product companies, to take India to that Viksit Bharat kind of a thing, as Honorable Prime Minister talks about, right? I think for India to become a developed country, the contribution has to be from these new age startups, which are more like the product startups.